Yeah. Let's go, baby.
Yeah.
Let's go, baby.
Keys, you gotta play with passion and heart. Okay, especially coming off what you just did. This is a great opportunity to flush that out of your mind. Let's go out there and play with great energy and great passion. And then accept nothing but your best tonight. You individually ask for your best. Do what you do well. Do your job and do it well. And when your number gets called, you go in there and make something happen. All right? Let's go get this done.
Let's take that victory again, baby. Let's go. Win on three, 1, 2, 3, win.
You know, some good things, and certainly a vast improvement over that trip to southeastern Louisiana. Only 9 turnovers in the game. You know, Denzel Livingston was the story coming into the game, and certainly lived up to the billing. And not only did he score a bunch, but I mean, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals. He's a tough guy, and volume shooter, certainly got his share of shots tonight, but he knocked down more than his share.
Yeah, he's an outstanding player, and you know, I thought I wasn't happy with our awareness in guarding him. I thought the guys that were on him actually did a pretty good job, but gosh, our lack of help and understanding, and this is what I told the guys in the locker room, for us to get better, we've got to become more of an intelligent IQ basketball team. There's always a guy or two on the floor that's going to hurt you. And so I would almost understand more if all 5 of us aired to him, like all 5 of us went guarding him. But what happened was he would get these one-on-one matchups, and we wouldn't give enough help until he was already at the basket, and he's just too good a player to let get in the paint, and he was certainly outstanding for them.
Well, Jordan Howard really was indicative of your team as far as his offensive performance tonight. He really struggled in the first half, and so did your team, 37% from the floor in the first half. Second half better, and certainly he was much better, knocked down all 3 of his threes in the second half.
Well, I thought he had some awful good looks that he usually hits, and I did think in the first half they were basically on their closeouts. They were daring him to go around him. They were rushing him, and we told him at halftime he needed to either show the ball, drive a little bit more, or turn those shots down. I thought the second half he took a little bit better shots, but he also had some good looks that he usually hits, and he was a little disappointed he didn't get those in today.
And good to see Jake Zuloff bounce back as well. It didn't have his best outing on the road, and did get in some foul trouble again tonight, unfortunately, but did have 10 rebounds and 8 points and 4 blocks, which is right up there with among his best performances this season.
Yeah, I thought he was good on the glass and on the defensive end. I'd like to see him offensively. I thought a couple times he could have really gone strong, and he kind of, you know, just threw the ball up there in the first half. But you know, Jake gives good effort every night, and we're glad that he's here, and he's only going to improve.
How much was, I guess, the presentation of what they did different from what you had seen on tape? Because they had a couple of starters out, so it was a little bit unique. You knew Livingston was going to sort of, you know, do most of it, but I mean, with the 2 starters out, did that change anything for you?
You know, Livingston and Hiddle are the 2 guys, and if you look at the stats, that's what it was. They didn't do anything that we hadn't seen. They just have really good seasoned players. I think they play really well together. What's really interesting, and their coach used to work for Lute Olson. We share that in common. And their offense is a lot like Arizona used to run. It's kind of an isolation, let your players make plays, nothing complicated about it, but they do it extremely well. And those guys play together about as good as any team I've seen this year.
Well, Coach, back on the road now. You guys will travel on Sunday for a Monday game with Northwestern State. And I think everybody remembers that 110-108 thriller we had here, and that was kind of a sign of things to come. That was the precursor to the first victory of the season. I don't know if we're going to get a repeat of that one. I'm sure you'd like to not give up 110, but got to feel pretty good if you guys can put up 108 again.
Well, I think the big thing, I told the guys in there, even thinking ahead, that they're going to pick us up at the Louisiana line and start pressing us. So we need to make sure that we work on that in our next practice, so we can get ready for the press that they will implement against us. But I hope we can just continue, Justin, playing good, solid basketball. The Southeastern Louisiana game was just a blip on the map, because I did think we looked better tonight. I thought we played harder. We still have a long way to go, but I liked our fight.
We did it, Charlie. AT&T's network now has the nation's strongest LTE signal.
Let's go tell everybody.
We're doing things like putting LTE radios at the top of our towers
to maximize power
and give you the strong signal you deserve.
That's awesome. Isn't it awesome?
So y'all optimized it?
We optimized it.
People of Earth,
oh boy,
America's strongest LTE signal is here.
You're born amazing, and at Baptist Health, we want to keep you that way. In fact, that's our mission. To not only provide the most skilled doctors and nurses to heal you from sickness or injury, and comprehensive care to support your recovery, but also to be your guide to health. Also, you can keep on inspiring, keep on reaching, and keep on amazing. See some of Baptist Health's amazing stories at keeponamazing.com.
I could just do the noon hour. I think I could be a really good radio host.
Yeah, I think it'd be great if we got stranded, as long as we didn't have to play games. That'd be real fun.
Well, you know what? It's going to be fun, and we're going to play games too. We're going to have a good time the whole time. It's going to be beautiful. And last night, Bears came up a little bit short in Natchitoches, and they say it's a game of runs. Last night was an extreme version of that. End of the first half into the second half, the Demons go on a 16-0 run, and then you guys come right back with a 17-4 run, and unfortunately the Demons still had one more run in them, and wasn't nearly the 110-108 game we had the first time around, but it was certainly an up-and-down sort of frantic affair, as typical with Northwestern State.
Yeah, it was, and really the thing that has plagued us all year did again. We just turned the basketball over way too much, and that's very disappointing. We work a lot on that, and it's carelessness, and I also think it's a little bit personnel. We have some kids that aren't quite ready to play against the type of pressure they're seeing in the backcourt. Mm-hmm. And so that makes us cough it up a little bit. But I think we'll be able to remedy that in time. I guess the good news is we are a really good shooting team. We make shots. Usually teams are kind of the opposite. They're pretty good defensively, and the offense comes late. Now, we've kind of been the other side of that. And It's been a weird year for me personally because usually our teams are really good defensively, and we're not very good this year on the defensive end.
Well, a couple of guys that Pat Bradley can get with performing last night, and Pat, you got to see. I know you haven't had a chance to get to too many games this year, but Jordan Howard and Thatch Unruh, a couple of guys that can really stroke it. And Thatch is, to me, a rhythm guy. I can almost tell when he releases it, I'm like, that one's got a good chance to go in, and I'm like, that one's not. He gets quick, and it's not as good. When he's smooth, boy, it's really nice. And Jordan Howard has been Mr. Consistent. 6-7 games in a row now. He's just been lights out. 6 of 7 from 3 last night, so you could definitely get with that.
Well, I think he made his last 4 in a row in the second half against Incarnate Word the other night, so he's really on a roll, and he can just score the ball. He did it in high school, and that he led the state of Arizona in scoring his junior year, and his little brother is lights out too.
Yeah.
He's had a couple 50-point games this year. Already committed to Arizona State, but
only verbally though.
Yeah, there you go. That family though, they're just they're ate up with hoops. They play a lot. They shot the basketball a bunch in the backyard, and he's a really good player. I'm excited about Jordan and his future.
His dad Chuck, Pat, played fullback in the Big Ten.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he played at Indiana. Played for Lee Corso.
Yeah.
Sure did.
And he's played for a couple coaches because Lee didn't stick around there very long,
right.
I think.
That's right.
So, but
he's got 2 sons that are shooters, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
Wow, fullback to a shooter.
Yeah.
Well, he's a fullback. Mom's an athlete. I mean, she's an all-arounder, I guess.
That's
right.
So
it's
close.
nice to have a guy you can put the ball in his hands and say, "Go get us something good."
No question. And you know I think that's the key. You know the old saying, "It's not the X's and O's, it's the Jimmys and Joes," and that's exactly the way it is. And that's one of the things that I'm personally excited about. We have a kid named Jeff Lowry setting out that has that kind of athleticism that kid had last night. Jeff's one of the best athletes I have ever coached, and he is going to take care of a lot of our press woes because you just can't press him. And I think that's a lot of it is personnel. You know, coaches get probably too much praise when they win because it does come down to players making plays.
Bears off the court again until Saturday, doubleheader with Sam Houston. And, you know, I guess everybody was sort of looking towards Stephen F. Austin. They had beaten Sam Houston earlier in the season, but Sam hasn't lost since, and Stephen F. did finally lose this last weekend at Corpus Christi. Sam is really on quite a roll. They'll get a rematch, I guess, later in the year, but that's going to be a tough challenge. 4 o'clock, part of a doubleheader on Saturday. Talk to you about that game. And, you know, we didn't bring this up to Coach Rushing, Pat, but the craziest thing I've ever seen, we talk about all the oddities with the scheduling, they play Sam back-to-back.
Yeah.
I mean, it's bizarre. They host him this week, and then in a few days they go on the road and play Sam down in Huntsville. So it's a strange deal. But for you guys, playing the best team in the conference at this point as far as the standings go.
Yeah, they've done a really good job. Of course, they're coming off a big year last year. They made postseason last year, and they got a lot of those kids back. And, you know, they're a tough team, and they're really solid. They play full court man-to-man defense, get after you a little bit, and share the basketball really well. So another test for us, and, you know, I say bring them on. We need to play the best. We need to figure out where we're at, what we have to do to get to that level. And so I'm excited about the game. I know it's going to be a difficult challenge, but, you know, besides Stephen F., where we kind of laid an egg, we've actually played some of the better teams well. You know, we played Corpus Christi really well, and we played Incarnate Word pretty well, and Northwestern. So hopefully we'll rise to the challenge and take those guys on and do our best.
You know, any cowboy worth his salt has a great hat. Of course, a cowboy who has a love of the delicious grilled chicken sandwich from Zaxby's has a very special hat with a secret compartment to keep his sandwich hot until he's ready to eat it.
The Grilled Chicken Sandwich Meal. Grilled chicken topped with honey mustard and lettuce on a brioche bun, served with crinkle fries and a small Coca-Cola Freestyle drink. Zaxby's, indescribably good.